Hello all my good friends, today we have another build video, and guess what, it is for Titan again. Titans are fun. Titans are everything. If you were to ask me what I like playing the most, it would probably be Titan, although I'd consider myself a hunter main. I'm sorry, hunters, I have to go with the Cran Eaters at this point. With that being said, right before we get into today's video, just real quick, if you enjoy this video or find it entertaining in any way or helpful, then please consider subscribing. It's quick, free, easy, and you can always change your mind if you don't enjoy my content afterwards, which you wouldn't do, because come on. All right, let's kick off today's build with the main point of everything, the MK44 stand-asides. Yep, the exotics that you forgot were in the game. Now, the plain text that it says is safer shoulder charge abilities. Now, I know you probably saw this and were like, oh damn, this sucks, and deleted it and or sent it to your vault. But there's an extra grain of text that says hits with these abilities recharge a portion of your melee energy. I never knew about this. I guarantee that some of you most definitely did not know about this, and it makes this way more better. Yeah, way more better. Way better than I actually thought it was initially. So we're rocking this, and along with this, we are using a special mod called Heavy-Handed. Now what Heavy-Handed does is while charged with light, regain half of your melee energy when you use a charged ability, consuming 1 stack of charged with light. So this gives us half our melee energy whenever we get a kill while charged with light from our charged melee, and our MK44 stand-asides gives us half our melee energy whenever we hit someone with our charged melee. So let's use some simple algebraic equations up in this business. So half from MK44 stand-asides and half from Heavy-Handed. That equals 1 full goddamn ability. And you could just keep the cycle going every single time you have a charge with light stack up. Now, the subclasses that we're actually using with this is Sentinel bottom tree with the Sentinel bash, as well as Sunbreaker top tree with a shoulder charge from top tree. We are not using Arc whatsoever in this build because MK44 stand-asides I feel like is nowhere near as good as Insurmountable Skullfort is. It just doesn't compete with it. So I didn't see a point in trying to record and explain it. So different situations that you'd want to use these two subclasses. For Sentinel, you'd most likely use this for crowd control rather than Sunbreaker because of the main reason of super energy. The Void tree with shoulder charge makes it so that you get your super back insanely fast. It is very, very, very frequent that you get this back whenever you're getting your constant shoulder charge off. And the reason for that is because of In the Trenches. Kills when surrounded by enemies reduce the cooldown of your super. So that's all there is to it. We just get insane super recharge rate from getting our shield bash kills with the MK44 stand-aside, since we're always going to be having our melee up. Moving away from Sentinel though, you'd want to be using Sunbreaker mostly for boss DPS, for solo activities that is. The reason for that is because with Sunbreaker, Hammer Strike makes it so that while sprinting, your melee ability is used to weaken enemies. So it's like an Oppressive Darkness or a Tether from Hunter. It weakens the enemies and you will do much more damage than you would initially before the melee charge attack. On top of that, we have some bonus movement and reload speed, but none of this other stuff is important. This is just your main reason and component for wanting to gain some extra DPS against bosses. And that's all there is to the subclasses. For weapons, hold on, let me get my actual weapons that I was using. For weapons, you're going to be wanting to use any type of weapon that can get you charged of light, as well as a shotgun. So weapons that are masterworked and a shotgun, basically, as well as whatever DPS, sword, or heavy that you want to rock with. Your choice when it comes to that. But try to get a shotgun. There are no requirements for weapons. It's just all personal preference. And same goes for stats, which we're going to move into now. Oh, actually, by the way, with your shotgun, I would go trench barrel, 100%. Go trench barrel. That is very important. All right, and what trench barrel does, basically, after a successful melee hit, doesn't need to be a kill, this weapon gains increased damage handling and reload speed, so it gets even more DPS from your melee hit. That is also amazing with solar shoulder charge. All right, now we're moving on to stats. For stats, I am going all out in strength, and that is pretty much it. Everything else, whatever you want. That is legit all you need to know about stats. I like strength just in case I mess up something because I'm a dumb idiot, then I have that extra strength, but everything else, whatever you want. Maybe go into discipline to get that extra recharge rate into more of your abilities, but that's about it. Maybe some resilience or recovery, I don't know, your choice. For mods are actually much more important in this build than other builds that I've done, just because of getting that melee back. So the obvious one that we are rocking with is the one that I mentioned earlier, Heavy-Handed. While charged with light, gain half your melee energy back when using a charged melee ability, consuming 1 stack of charged with light. We are using Quick Charge, getting rapid kills with a shotgun or fusion rifle can have us become charged with light. Taking taking charge, picking up an orb of light, has us become charged with light. This is substantial and extremely important in our build, and our main source of getting charged with light along with quick charge. We have radiant light, which just gives us 20 extra strength when using another arc mod within any of our other pieces of gear. And we are using supercharge to get us more of those charge of light stacks, so we can have up to 4, even though your maximum is 5. This is also extremely important, so I would run with this or charged up if you have one of the two. Another good mod to have is stacks on stacks, but I don't really think it necessary too much with this, but if you prefer to use that, 100% go for it. Another mod I'm using to gain my super energy back for the void portion of the build is gain super energy on melee kills. That gets us our super back also insanely quick, and I'm also using a bunch of shotgun ammo pickup stuff, so like shotgun scavenger, shotgun ammo finder, and a bunch of stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much the build. If you need a basic summary of the build, we are just going to be punching a bunch of crap with our MK44 standicides as well as our heavy-handed. So we're going to be punching things with our shoulder charge and then getting our shoulder charge back immediately, so long as we're charged with light. And then using our shotgun to finish off the more beefy enemies with trench barrel. And yeah, that is the build. That is all I got. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful or just hate my guts because I keep making Titan videos, make sure you hit that like button and comment down below what you think of my builds and what you think of this video. I'd really appreciate it, and I love hearing what people have to say. You know, so long as people aren't trashing on people just to trash on people. But hey, it happens. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Peace!